Hey there, everybody. Welcome back to 5 Questions With. Last week we had some amazing guests on the show, and boy, did we deep dive into their worlds. But here's the best part. We also uncovered their fun and playful sides. Our host, Scott Fullerton, has a treat for you today. You see, 5 Questions isn't just about serious stuff. We like to keep it light and quirky too. We ask questions that let our guests show their wonderfully unique and playful sides. Imagine this. What would they do if they woke up as a squirrel one day? Or what's their favorite ice cream flavor that describes their personality? It's all about bringing out their hidden quirks and having a blast along the way. We believe that even the most successful and accomplished individuals have a fun side, and we're here to celebrate that. So get ready to witness the fun and playful side of our extraordinary guests. You'll laugh, you'll smile, and you might just discover a thing or two about them that you never knew. So sit back, grab a drink, and get ready for the show.
All righty, everyone. If it's Tuesday, it's time for another 5 Questions With. Back in the studio with me, my very special guest, Mr. Jim Verraros is here. His brand new single, Take a Bow, came out last week. If you missed our interview, check out the link below. And if you haven't picked up the song yet, what are you waiting for? Get out there, pick it up. Jim, welcome back to Left to Straight Show, my friend.
Hello, thank you for having me back.
We had a great chat. I'm so excited. You ready to play a little 5 questions?
I'm ready. Let's do it.
All right. We had to talk about being an OG of American Idol 21 years ago. You're back into music again, which I'm so excited about. If you were to form a new band with 3 or 4 of American Idol alums from across any season, who would you form that band with, and what would you call yourselves?
That is a very good question. I'm very biased because there were some exceptional people from my season.
Right.
RJ Helton, 100%. EJ Day, 100%. David Hernandez, 100%. Adam Lambert, probably. And then I would probably bring in Adore Delano to shake it up.
Nice. I like it. Any idea what you'd be called?
Oh, God.
It's a tough one.
Oh, I don't know if I can come with it that fast. Give me a second. Let's come back to it. Maybe.
All right. Well, if we get back to it, no pressure. I mean, that's very quick. All right. Question number 2, my friend. We talked about your son of deaf parents. You're well versed in American Sign Language. What was maybe the thing you got away with because of it when you were younger, and what did you not get away with?
Oh, God. So what I didn't get away with was basically swearing at my sister at the dinner table because I would always try and block my mouth with a napkin and then basically call her names. And then my mom would always know, and she'd, smack my hand away from my mouth. So that didn't work out well. But what we did get away with was a lot more. And that was actually encouraged behavior from my mother. She actually, I don't even know why if I should tell you this. She took us to Great America. And my sister and I and my mom went to Great America. We were maybe I was probably 11 or 12. And she told my sister and I to pretend to be deaf because then we'd get in at a discount. So my sister and I walk up to the ticket window and we are signing, and they can't sign back. And so they slip us a piece of paper underneath the little ticket window and we write, "We are deaf. How much for admission?" And they said $15 because it was a very significant discount because they had television screens while you were waiting in line with no closed captioning. So every time my sister and I would go back and forth from the park to the car, we'd have to be signing to each other. And then, so yeah, terrible, awful, and not good. But yes, this was encouraged by my mother.
When you're 11 years old, you can get away with stuff like that. I love it. Very, very cool.
Yeah.
And I can relate to the discounts. My dad, we always tease my dad was the biggest cheap ass bastard I knew, but such a sweet guy. But we would only I'm from Southern California.
Okay.
We would only get to go to Disneyland if it was bank days because there was a discount. So I hear you. I know how it goes with parents.
Yeah.
All right. Question number 3. Obviously, You've been on a reality show, huge, the OG of American Idol. If you were to go on another reality show, but it couldn't be related to singing, which would you choose? A dance competition, a Big Brother Survivor type show, a cooking competition, a trivia show, or a dating show if you weren't with your wonderful husband, Sean?
I think I would go on. I'm split. A part of me looks at Dancing with the Stars and thinks that could be really fun, actually. And then I think I really love food because cooking, but I would do like the British Bake Off just because I think they're hysterical. And whenever I see like a new, season up on Netflix, I'm like, oh, we have to watch it. And Sean's like, oh, this is so dumb. But I am such a sweets guy. So like, I just find it interesting and there's such an art to it. So I'd probably say one of those two shows.
Nice. I like it. All right, and I talked about the interview. I've been a fanboy since forever for 21 years. You have going on tour, you're meeting people. It's kind of a new television thing. Who do you fanboy over? And did you ever have an encounter that was either really fun or really embarrassing from American Idol days?
Ooh. Who do I fanboy over? I don't know. I don't really. I mean, I do and I don't, just because of we've had a relationship. But honestly, for 21 years, Kelly has been my number one. I stan her all day long. We just went to Vegas, to see her residency. I see her on tour when she's here. I buy her songs. I whore her out to people that maybe don't listen to her, or maybe like just don't really, she's not in their catalog. She is the most prolific voice of our generation. There is no one that can do what this woman does. And so I think that I just respect the shit out of her, and I also know what an incredible human she is. And so for me, she's the ultimate. Every gay's got their girl, right? Whether it's Christina Aguilera or Britney or Ariana, Mariah, whoever it is. Every gay, like for my husband, it's Madonna, right? Love Madonna. Kelly will always be that for me for many reasons, but I think just seeing her over these last, particularly the last like 5-6 years, I just think she's even better than she was. I think she's not even peaked yet, but she's as good as she ever was now. And so I just love her. I think she's amazing. Whenever she's touring, we try and make sure to see her. It's been a couple of years since I've seen her in person, but that girl, man, I mean, people need to be like throwing their money at her because she's the real deal.
I hear you, man. I couldn't even ask about her on your regular interview because I'm such a fan. It's like
Same.
she's the person. I can't really even jump in there. I mean, her interview on Las Culturitas
Oh
or
my
Las Culturitas, she is just so open and fun and just the
God.
person you want to go have a beer with and then have barbecue afterwards, right?
Seriously, like she'll,
Oh,
drinks with or shoot the shit with and laugh with. Like she's just an incredible person, truly.
I hear you. Like I said, I'm such a fanboy. I couldn't even ask you about her during the interview. So I hear you. All right. Question number 5. Let's do a little time travel. If you can go back to any event, cultural, musical, anything, and go relive it in person, what would you like to go revisit in time?
Ooh, you know what? I think if I could revisit a moment, it would be when Barack Obama won his first term. And the reason why that is because I will never forget just looking at this sea of people. And we all just felt so together. We all just felt so happy. And we all felt, even if there was turmoil and people who didn't, love him, I just felt like in that moment, the country felt together. It felt like we all had come together and we truly did want this person. And it was just this overwhelming feeling of like, okay, we're in a good place. and I don't think we've had that for a very long time in this country.
Doesn't it feel like it was 40 years ago and it's only been 6 years how things have gone downhill so fast? It's crazy.
I just think that there's so many things I could talk about on a political level that legitimately make me very, very angry. And one of them is just the total lack of responsibility, within Congress. I don't think that there's all bad apples, but I do think that on both sides, and I don't want to be, obviously I'm a very liberal, Democrat, obviously, but I just do not understand how these just ridiculous, I won't even call them humans, get into office and lie. I mean, it's one thing if you come up with other options or other, other choices, or it's like, what is that party doing? Like, they're not doing anything. They're trying to impeach Biden right now. Like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, you're wasting taxpayer dollars. You're wasting money. We are trillions of dollars in debt. And all you can do is point out that drag queens are touching little children and shouldn't be having, story time. Like, meanwhile, go into any church. Like, look at the stories that come into any. We just literally, Trixie Mattel had said this in an interview. Like, we literally coddle religion in this country, and it's just total bullshit. Like, I don't understand. It is so black and white, and it is so blatant, and yet there's a big group of people in this country that are very blind to it. The fact that Trump has been prosecuted, or not prosecuted, but indicted like a million times, is still basically going to be like the nominee for the should tell you everything that you need to know about where this country is going. So I say that in that moment because it made me feel so far away from where we are right now. It is very disturbing. And I think of my trans friends, and I think of my other gay and lesbian friends in this country, and anyone who identifies as other than straight, particularly in places like Florida, right? And how endangered their lives are, but they can't afford to flee that state. It's like we've taken so many steps forward, and yet I feel like we are still so far behind in so many ways.
Well said, my friend. I'm with you. I used to be very political on my shows. I don't anymore because I get so pissed off these days. I just
literally can't do it. Jim, shut up, because this is supposed to be a podcast.
We'll start our own podcast for this last year of the election. That's all there is to it.
The most expletives probably thrown around in politics. I just
there you go.
The words anymore. I just don't.
Well, Jim Verraros, you made it through 5 questions. Thank you so much. Again, you guys, if you missed our interview, check the link down below. We had a great chat. The new music is out now. Jim, where's it available? Where can they find you on social media?
It is available everywhere. Spotify, iTunes, Tidal, wherever you purchase your music is there. Again, follow me on Instagram at Jim Verraros is my handle. I'd love to meet you guys and help have you guys support, and follow me on Journey 2.0.
There you go. Jim, you're the bestest. I can't wait to see where this all leads to. Guys, thanks for listening to 5 Questions With. We'll be back next week with another full set of interview questions, because if it's Tuesday, it's 5 Questions With. Have a great day, everyone. All righty, guys, it's time for another 5 Questions With right here on the Left of Straight Show. Joining me in studio again, Mr. Joe Santoni is here. He is an amazing singer, voiceover artist. You may have seen him the last 5 or so years in DCappella, Disney's amazing acapella group. Joe, welcome back to the Left of Straight Show, my friend.
Hello, thank you for having me.
We had such a great interview last week. So much fun. Check it out down below. If you missed it, you can go ahead and listen to the entire thing. You ready to play a little 5 questions? Have some fun, my friend?
Let's do it.
All right. Going to be a little Disney-fied with all your Disney background here, but let's have some fun.
Okay.
Question number 1. We're big on dinner parties here in my 5 questions because I'm a huge foodie as well. So if you were to throw a dinner party and you can bring any 3 Disney characters to life for the party, who would you want to invite and talk to for the night? And as a foodie, what would you serve?
Oh my gosh, this is a great question. Ooh, I feel like I'd love to hang with the princesses. Why not?
Of course.
I'm always looking for a new best friend. So which Disney princesses would I invite, though? That's the question. I feel like Rapunzel, if you've seen Tangled, I love her. She's edgy.
I like it.
She's such a goofball. So Rapunzel, Pocahontas, and who else? Let's give one more. Why not? Oh, Mulan. There you go. Those are going to be my 3. And what would I serve?
What would you serve? Are you a foodie at all? Do you cook?
Massive cook, massive foodie.
Nice.
I just made a lobster dinner the other day. So why not? We'll do a whole seafood platter. And we'll do like a massive like lobster crab dinner. It's going to be very elaborate. All the drawn butter. It'll be delicious.
Joe Santoni, impressive. I can't wait to come over for dinner next time in LA. This sounds amazing.
Anytime.
Very nice. I like it. All right, question number 2, my friend. Can you share a funny or embarrassing moment on stage while you were performing, or maybe an unusual fan interaction that you can look back now and laugh about?
Easy. Done. When I was in New York, there was a it was a recently renovated theater. It was called the King's Theater in Brooklyn. And I was on stage. And it was such a huge moment for me because all the creative team was going to be there, family, friends, the whole bit. And this gorgeous $2 million renovation theater, I was like, this is it. It was my favorite venue to this day that I've ever performed at, but also my most traumatic. So when I was on stage in my first number, I had these really beautiful, tight pants. And we have to do some intense choreo. And so when I am in my first number doing Friend Like Me, I have to do this spin and then this squat. And sure enough, right on that squat, my whole crotch seam just goes.
No.
And it is just full flashing the front couple rows. And I have underwear on, so nothing was seen. No.
Right.
But I was panicked. I start sweating. I start freaking out. I discreetly move my body to the side so that nobody can see me. And sure enough, I go find the the next moment that I can find to get off the stage. I take it. And so I go back there and I ask the people that are working. I was like, does anybody have any kind of tape? My crotch is out. Please help me. And so I'm panicking. And so they're like gaff taping me in the crotch area with this big shiny silver tape as if that's going to take attention off of it. And so I went back out there and finished the whole set with shiny silver gaff tape. And then sure enough, the second act comes around and a couple of people from the first row are gone.
I love that. I would forget all lyrics, all lines if I was in a play. If anything like that happened to me, I get so embarrassed so easy. I love that. That's amazing. Yeah. Too much fun. All right, question number 3, Joe. If you had to choose a Disney song to be your life's theme song, what would it be and why? What song best represents Joe Santoni's life?
I don't mean to be too stereotypical, but my favorite song, and also a song that I feel like has truly given me, or that truly has been like my trajectory in a way, is When You Wish Upon a Star. It is like all the wishes that I've put out there and manifested have come true in some way. And I've always felt guided through my life. And so I love that song. I love to sing that song. I audition with that song. It's a classic for a reason. And so it's also the heart of Disney. And so that one, easy.
I love that. I didn't even get into your interview, but one of the things that I've really admired about you in the 5 or so years I've been following you is you're very centered. You take time to yourself. You really center yourself. And I think that's important as a performer to kind of find that sense of self. So good on you for doing that, my friend. I love that.
Thank you.
All right. Question number 4. We're in a new zombie apocalypse video game. We talked about your love of video games here. Which DCappella member would you team up with first to survive? And as a bonus question, would you get more into your own voices or would you create new voices for the video game?
Wow. Good questions. Okay. Who would I team up with in the zombie apocalypse out of DCappella? Well, the options are few because I think I would say Kaylin, the mezzo-soprano of DCappella. She has the most level head. I think she'd be strategic with me. She is very, very smart and she's always thinking. And so she's always contemplating, okay, what's next? What are we going to do? How are we going to tackle it? How are we going to kill the zombies? And what weapons are we going to use? So
Nice. You
I
need
think
that.
Caitlin. Yeah. And then you what was the second part of the question?
What would your voice be? Would you use your regular voice or would you create a character voice, Mr. Voiceover Actor?
Oh, I think my character voice would most definitely be something low and gravelly and army-esque. I would
Nice.
try to put a little bravada in my voice and sound like I was a bit more of a drill sergeant than I actually am.
I love it. Very good. All right. And question number 5, my friend. If you were a Disney villain for a day, who would you like to be and what mischief would you get up to?
That one is also easy for me. There has always been a little bit of flamboyancy about Jafar, and so I feel like Jafar is an easy choice there. I just love that he's so elegant at the same time, so meticulously evil and wonderful, and and so like Prince Abubu, it's very.
I love
So I think I would just get up to mischief. I'd probably flirt with Aladdin a little bit, but then lock away his princess.
it.
So
You have a
no,
little flirting going on, of course. Yes.
oh sure. Take away his monkey and take away and just like live up in the top of my tower with my parrot.
There you go. Oh, we're getting so much alliteration here. I don't even want to go there, but I love
Right.
this answer. It's very nice. All right. Very good. Joe Santoni, you did 5 questions. Thank you very much. I loved it. So cool, my friend.
Thank you.
All right. Well, guys, you have to check out our full interview. We had such a great time talking to Joe. Joe, remind everyone where they can find you on social media. Be sure to check out Joe's channel. Be sure to check out DCappella's channel for some amazing songs that they've done over the years. Where can we find you, my friend?
You can find me at Joe Santoni on all social media platforms. So Facebook, Instagram, the works. Hope to add some new friends on there.
Amazing. Stay on the line for me, guys. It's been another fantastic 5 questions right here in the Left is Straight show. Be sure to look for us every week with our fantastic guests from the previous week. We appreciate y'all for stopping by. Have a great week, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you for listening to our bonus podcast, 5 Questions With. Be sure to look for us every Tuesday as we bring back some of your favorite guests from the previous week's interviews and some special best of 5 questions guests as well. If you haven't subscribed yet or hit the like button, tap those buttons now to help other people find Left of Straight podcasts. We appreciate you for listening and look for our interviews with your favorite LGBTQ and straight allies from entertainment, foodies, music, books, and advocacy. We'll see you next week, because if it's Tuesday, it's time for 5 Questions With.